Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel on LELB Society. This session I will be teaching you another unit of 1100 words you need to know. Week 33, day 4. New words. Propensity. It means disposition, inclination or bent, natural tendency, predisposition. Wary, number 7, means watchful, shrewd. Shrewd means cautious and wise, prudent. Wary means cautious, careful. Number 8, allay means to comfort, calm, it's a verb, soothe, relieve pain, alleviate. Number 9, deter. Deter means to hinder somebody from something and to discourage. So you just take away somebody's confidence and hope in order to do something, hope for doing something. And the last word is connoisseur. It means specialist, expert. New word, the context. At the ballet. Ballet is a particular type of dance. Evelyn was an anomaly. Anomaly means a different case. Say a horse of a different color. Anomaly. Which is sometimes, most of the time, actually unacceptable. She had a propensity for natural ability, inclination for folk music. Some specific genre of music favored by some people, particularly in the country, and rock and roll dancing. And at the same time means if you can see here, if two things happen at the same time, they both happen together simultaneously. At the same time or simultaneous and currently. She was an avid fan of classical ballet. Avid or fervent, eager, fan or supporter of classical ballet. At one time, it means at a time in the past, but not now. She had been a fledgling. Fledgling means inexperienced. Novice, beginner. At one time in the past, she had been a fledgling ballet dancer. Robert headed for theater where a venerable ballet company was performing. Head for means rush for, means go to a place in haste and in a rush, in a hurry, for a theater where a respectable, and because of actually experience, old age, but here particularly experience, a venerable or prestigious ballet company was performing. He knew he had to be wary so that Robert knew that he had to be wary and cautious, so that means in order to. Evelyn might not see him first, so Robert was trying to create a good impression. It was Tuesday evening, 2 days gone, with so little to show. Okay. uh, only three more remaining. Uh, Only three more remaining before the deadline set by Evelyn. So the deadline was Friday and it was Tuesday. So there were 3 days left to the deadline set by Evelyn. He tried hard to allay the sudden fear or panic that came over him that he might not locate her. Tried hard. He did his best to allay and comfort the sudden fear, to soothe that fear, to overcome that fear that overwhelmed him, came over him or overwhelmed him, that he might not locate her, find her. Nothing would deter him from succeeding. Nothing would discourage him from promoting. And so, although he was far from a connoisseur of the dance, there's a contrast here. Although he had such a long distance from being an expert or dance specialist, a ballet dancer, he was standing among them. He was standing among the throng or a crowd of people. Throng means a large crowd of people or objects. Here, people. In the lobby, hoping it would be a propitious moment or evening for him. Hoping that it would just bring luck, L-U-C-K, for him. Because actually he was about to meet Evelyn for the first time. Okay. Propitious means lucky, accidental but lucky. Okay. Sample sentences. Number 1. The connoisseur scoffs at the dilettante who has only a veneer of knowledge. It's clear because a connoisseur, as a professional, scoffs at means ridicule or make fun at, poke fun at, make fun of. At the dilettante or dilettante means a person who is an amateur, unprofessional, a person who likes to do something just for delight, not just for pleasure, not for actually profession, not being professional. Who has only a veneer, a thin layer of something. And here in this case, knowledge, a thin layer. Number 2. It is difficult to allay the concern of parents about how susceptible their children are and how easily they succumb to drugs. It is difficult to comfort and allay the concern or anxiety or worry of parents about how susceptible and sensitive, easily influenced their children are and how easily they succumb to drugs. They succumb to, surrender, say yes to, be flexible. They succumb to drugs. Drugs, for example, here means some narcotics, you can say. Yeah, it doesn't refer to this chemical substances or medicine that you get from a drugstore or pharmacy. No, it has a negative meaning, such as marijuana and some others. Okay. Number 3, some girls have a propensity for swarthy men who wear gaudy clothes. Swarthy means with dark complexion, dark and often weather-beaten complexion. So, a propensity for have a tendency to swarthy. It means their skin actually is dark, and gaudy means too bright and something that is too bright in color and seem to be actually cheap, gaudy clothes. Number 4, her father wanted her to be wary of adding the encumbrance of a steady boyfriend, as this would attenuate her chances of finishing college. Warned her. I correct myself, I said wanted. Her father warned her or threatened her to be cautious of adding the encumbrance, means hindrance, the problem, obstruction, encumbrance of a steady and permanent boyfriend, as this would attenuate or weaken or reduces her chances of finishing college. I mean, having a steady and permanent boyfriend for her daughter. Number 5, this did not deter him from getting into a deplorable situation due to the rash and perverse actions. Due to her rash and perverse actions. This did not deter her from getting into a deplorable means too shocking situation. Due to means result of, because of something, because of her rash and fast and perverse, bizarre, strange actions. Today's idiom: out of one's depth, means in a situation that is too difficult to handle. Too difficult to handle. We thought he knew the ropes, but we found him behind the 8-ball because he was out of his depth. We thought he knew the ropes. When you know the ropes, it means you know how to handle a situation properly and appropriately. You know how to deal with a difficult situation. But we found him behind the 8-ball. Behind the 8-ball means to be in a terrible and a bad situation. To be in a situation that is not agreeable. Because he was out of his depth. Because he was in trouble. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel in order to receive the upcoming videos. Thank you very much for your attention, and bye bye for now.